Freshman year. Honestly, one of my favorite school years. I gained so many friends, even lost friends, got involved, pushed out my comfort zone. There's even some things I can't even tell you about. But this year was the start of many beginnings. So let me tell y'all how this happened.
Hello beautiful people, Adrienne here. Welcome back to my channel. As you guys read from the title, today's video is going to be all about my freshman year experience going down memory lane. If you're new to my channel, my name is Adrienne. I am a junior majoring in music business with a minor in dance. Before we get any further in this video, if you are not subscribing to my channel, I'm gonna need you to scroll down and subscribe and turn those post notification bells on so you can know when I post videos. My goal for this month is to reach 1,000 subscribers on YouTube, so come on, support. So I'm going to take you guys along with me through my freshman year. Hopefully you guys learn some do's and don'ts if you are about to enter college yourself, especially UL Lafayette. And without further ado, let's get into this video. Okay, so like most colleges, you have to go to orientation before you actually attend the university. I attended mine the day after my birthday, actually. A lot of students from my high school were not coming to UL, and that was perfect to me. I wanted to basically start over, meet new people, which did not happen. I hated orientation. It was really like heavy. If you've been to orientation for UL, you know it's no shade towards my SOS people, but for me that time mentally I was just not in the place to go through all that. It was just not the best time for me. I had the wrong sheets, I didn't have a comforter, so I was shivering. I woke up late, wore the shirt they gave us backwards, and it's like someone on staff had to tell me. It was not good. Moving day is where the story begins. That's when I get to school and I'm left alone. I hear a lot of people say, like, you know, they cry a lot when they go to school. I was going the furthest away. I'm 3 hours away from home. It was a big deal. And I moved to one of the freshman dorms. In this dorm, they have LOCs, which is the Living Learning Community. I got into the university very, very late. I did not know I was going to UL until the month before I graduated from high school. Long story, different video. I was just trying to get in where I fit in, and there was one more spot left in this LOC. I was in the Taste of Business LOC, and I was like, you know, I'll take it. Just give me a room, Jesus. So I got a room, and yeah, I was in one of the best dorms, honestly. I've also been asked under prior videos if I knew my roommate. I did not know my roommate. Of course, since I said I got there late, I really didn't care if I knew her or not. So once my family left, I cried like a baby. I got in the shower and I cried even more because I was like, they really left me. I'll insert that video.
Sorry, I cried like a baby, but it's okay. I'm going back to my dorm. I'm about to take a shower. And yeah,
after I cried, I was Gucci. I was straight. I was like, okay, let's get it. Let's go out. Let's move. My biggest advice for freshmen going into college is to not stay in your room 24/8. Do not do it to yourself. I've seen people get depressed and stuff like that. Do not just stay cooped up into that small room, especially if you have a roommate. Like, you have no space. So at my school, the freshmen, we get to school a week before the upperclassmen get there, and the upperclassmen that are on campus are the ones that have been volunteering, you know, moving day, stuff like that. First week that we're there is dedicated to freshmen. It's like events after events every day to keep us entertained and acclimated to campus. The first event, it was this block party hosted by Chi Alpha. I've actually gone every year because I like free food. So went to that, and like, I just can't even explain how I felt, especially like leaving and like walking to that party. Like, I just felt so free. Wow, when I leave this party, I ain't gonna go back to my room. I ain't got nobody asking me, where are you? What time you coming back? Wow. Like I said, I didn't cry again after that. Then I got back to my room, my roommate and I, like, we really clicked. We started watching like Southern's Pretty Wednesday videos and stuff like that. So the whole freshman week, a lot of the events gave away free food, and my friends and I, none of us had cars. The one friend in our group that did have a car, she didn't want to drive a lot, so we literally walked everywhere. We went to the Baptist Christian Ministry and got Chick-fil-A sandwiches. I got like 3. Went to freaking Mass. We missed the Mass. Like, they were like dancing and stuff, but they let us go like in the kitchen and like make our burgers. We was literally everywhere trying to get some free food because I was broke. I didn't have no job, and gotta get in where you fit in. One thing I was super excited for when I got to college was seeing the black men on campus, because I was just over high school. I was like, I'm finding my husband, period. He that finds a wife finds a good thing. I knew that, but I was like, you know, I was still looking. One of those first events I mentioned earlier, I'm not gonna say which one, but like I saw a guy and I was like, that's him, that's my husband. Is he? No. So my first college party, if you are going to UL Lafayette, this party will most likely be happening the first weekend you're at college. God willing that we're back in school in August. This party is called Welcome to Lafayette. Looking back at it now, like, since I drive and I know how far it is, I would never do this again if I didn't have to. But we walked to this party downtown in heels. And on the flyer it says you get in free before 10:30 if you get there before 10:30 with your ID. I was not acclimated to bringing my ID places because in my head I was still a kid. So I did not bring my ID. But we was like, okay, we're gonna finesse them. We get in this party. We just gonna like do a little split spool. I've done it before at parties, you know, just cause till to this day, I still forget to like bring my license with me. I'll leave it in the car, like in my purse, because I normally don't have pockets on me. So bring your license. A lot of places they will ID you. So we walked to the party. Feet was hurting. Really didn't know where we was going, but we made it. I feel like some other people were walking as well, so it wasn't just us. We get to the location, and y'all, the line is literally all the way down the street. And this is pretty normal, I learned, for a lot of parties downtown. So basically, they'll tell you you have to get there before a certain time to get in free, but then they'll hold the line until it's after 10:30, so you have to pay. And that's what happened to us. I remember seeing these two friends, and one was a guy, and he looked like he was not like meant to be there. Like, he just did not fit in. He was just doing a lot of looking, and this person played a key part in the rest of my college experience. We got to the front of the line. We was being real truthful. Told the guy, oh, she didn't have her ID. He was like, okay, I'll let her slide. But then when he got to me, he was like,
it can't be two people, y'all don't have to go.
I was kind of upset, but then my roommate told me like the party was super packed, you couldn't even move, it was so hot. So I was like, blessed, I saved some money. You're a freshman, sure, go, but just know that I would suggest getting there early. The next day was Saturday night special. I don't think they have this party anymore. I decided I was not going to this party because I was not about to wait in line again, and I was not about to walk again either. That was dead. And they have like a foam party going on in the back of my dorm, so I went by myself. Y'all, go places by yourself, it's okay. I was safe. Went to my roommate, I was like, hey, woke her up, like, they got food down there. She ended up coming, and like, y'all, this party is really fun. I thought a lot of people would be at the party, but they were on campus. It was like a big foam section, and it was just, it was fun. I ain't gonna lie, it was fun. It was fun. A lot of jigging. I can't jig, but you know, I'll hype you up, but that's all I can really do. It's about to start getting fast. First day of school was fun. I vlogged that day. Make sure you check that out after this video. It's pretty chill. Didn't have a lot of classes. You know, the first day of school is kind of like the first 2 days because, you know, you have different classes on Mondays and Tuesdays. So on Tuesday class, I had spotted this guy. He ended up in my class. And I was like, oh, snap. I gotta be coming with the fits to this class, boy. Like, he ain't gonna catch me slipping. This next event was like, it was kind of life-changing for me because it really like got me engulfed in the culture of being down south, being around people from a lot of different places, a lot of different music interests. My high school was kind of divided. You know, you had the generals, and that was predominantly a lot of black students and other minorities, and then the magnet program was majority white, and I was in the magnet program, so it wasn't really a lot of diversity. They had this event called Slice, and they don't have it anymore, but it was really fun. And it's basically like a wild and out type thing. It was between UL and Southeastern. I went with my roommate and her friend, and we was kind of late, so I missed all the joke type stuff, but I got there for the entertainment. I did vlog that, check it out. And I passed by the same guy that I saw at the Welcome to Lafayette party. He was holding the camera and taking pictures. I got there, and you know, the music playing. It's like intermission, getting ready for all the entertainment. And then I hear this.
I'll flip that Fred. I'm about to stalk in my page trying to see who he is. Just know he got a.
And I'm just like looking around, like I know I'm the only person like appalled by these lyrics. And I'm looking at my roommate over there just bump bump bump, and the girls just getting up with their fingers. I'm like, okay, so this, you know, this is the vibe here. People like this music. I laughed because I was so shook, and little did I know that would become part of like every party, every event. You're going to hear bounce music. I started feeling it a little bit once they started playing like remixes. So they're playing music, and I want to say they started playing stroll music. So I was AKA debutante, but that means nothing when you get to college. Like, That means absolutely nothing. I was not super well versed about Greek life. I see Greek strolling, I'm like, okay. But even though I did not know that much, I had the common sense enough to not interfere with them. I wasn't trying to mimic nobody. This is my advice to you. If you don't know what Greek life is, you may eventually find out what it is or want to learn more about it, want to be a part of an organization. So don't screw yourself over your freshman year because, you know, you don't care, you're just trying to have fun. Don't do that. I've seen people do it all the time. Like, what caught my attention was the cues. I was like, what? Like, you know, the cues, like, they were having a party, I want to say, that night. One of them had already approached us trying to, like, you know, get us to go, you know, try to sweet talk, stuff like that. I think I was mesmerized when the alpha stepped. I never experienced anything like this before. I want to say after that I started like doing a lot of Googling, stuff like that. But I was just like, these guys are good. That was my first Greek experience. There was a lot of Greeks there, but a lot of people weren't strolling when the strolling music came on. It was only like a couple organizations. So after that, days later, it's our game day. Took the bus to get to the tailgate. It was, you know, in the park at Bourgeois. I think for the majority of the time, if I wasn't like taking pictures and like walking around trying to find some food, I was like watching the Greek stroll. That's pretty much what happens, honestly. If you're not Greek, you're just watching Greek stroll, unless like you're at a tent and you're eating food, stuff like that. That's like the main entertainment. And that was my first time seeing other sororities and fraternities strolling and not just the ones I'd seen prior. But honestly, I was like, this was my camera the whole time, like vlogging it. I did vlog it, check it out. But I was vlogging, so I really wasn't like paying attention. Like, y'all, I was in La La Land my freshman year. I did get involved in organizations. I was really close with the president of BSU at the time, so I got into the PR committee and I was going there by myself just because I was like, you know what, let me just get out of my comfort zone. And also I was really excited to get a part of Black organizations because in high school we didn't have anything like that. I was like the youngest person in there, and those same two friends that I saw at Welcome to Laffy, and the photographer guy I mentioned before, he was in there too, and I was like, okay, I want to be his friend low key because I wanted him to take my pictures, and I thought we would just be a good friend group. I was like, I'll take your picture, you take my pictures. I went to the Infinity Clinic, learned the dances, the trials on the same day that Janet Jackson was coming into town, and y'all, who about to meet Janet Jackson?
No human being.
Not me. But they let me try out a different day. I made the team. But you know, after that, like, life was good. I had my own routine. I was going to meetings, I was going to practice, I was going to work out. Like, I was really just chilling. My friends and I, we would roam around campus, and like sometimes we would meet up with other freshmen because we were going to different dorms. We were just trying to see what was up. We rode bikes around campus, we danced on rooftops, we used to walk down the street to McDonald's, we used to do ding dong ditch to people in the dorms, we used to dance in the park. Not safe at all. Around that time, September, October-ish, I started talking to someone, the dude I said before that I had a class with, and I was just like, okay, Adrienne, like, we're not playing no games. We really getting what we want this semester. I ignored the red flags because I had certain things that was like a no to me. Like, if this person did this, no. Which leads me to say, so I knew when I got to college, I wanted to stay true to who I was. I didn't want to change, so I was like, I'm not going to drink. I'm going to continue not to drink because I didn't drink before. I'm not going to start now, and that goes along with smoking as well. It's your decision if you want to do that or not, but don't feel like you have to do that just to fit in. And that sounds super cliche, but y'all, it happens all the time. Still to this day, people still try to like, oh, Adrienne, you want this? No, I don't want that. So it's my first Greek party. It was Gorilla Thriller, hosted by the Alphas. Got dressed up for it, and I was super excited. It was a pretty chill party. I left my dancing days at parties in high school. I used to really go out at parties, not like in a bad way, but like I would dance. I'm a dancer, so I would just have fun. Once I got to college, I was like, because I don't know who watching me. I don't like being recorded, put on Snapchat, none of that. I just watch. That was fun. That was like the first of the Alpha events that I attended, and then they had Miss Black and Gold. Majority of the contestants in the pageant were my friends, so I went to support them. And by that time, y'all, I was just over it. The guy I was talking to was just like, he had me all the way bent playing games. Adrienne Taylor's not for the games. I was going crazy. When you like start getting like detective mode, that's when you know it's not gonna last. And I was just looking around. My eyes got onto the photographer guy that I mentioned earlier, and I was just like, you got people like him in this world. So it's homecoming week, yo. Homecoming week, I've been practicing by this time, like all the time, for Greek show. We perform at the Greek show as an intermission while like the judges get their scores together, yada yada yada. Leading up to those days are a lot of events that organizations can partake in to get like points and yada yada yada. This is where, you know, I really started like blossoming. So I ended up last minute BSU entered into the talent show. So we literally made something up. We actually placed, surprisingly. By this time in my life, homecoming week, I had come to the realization that the photographer guy was the one for me. I did not want to like this dude because he was popular. Everybody knew him, everybody liked him. But that moment when I was at the pageant and, you know, I was like, there's people like him in this world, and I was like, So after the talent show, my friends and I, they're like, okay, we're gonna go to this basketball game because it's right next door. And I was like, okay, because I ain't got no ride. I'm going wherever. Wherever y'all go, I go. I heard that the photographer guy was coming, and I was just like, so he walked in, and he don't sit with us. And I'm like, why he not sitting with us? Yo, my heart could have broke. He was on a date. I was heartbroken. But anywho, homecoming week was lit. I experienced my first probate. It was Omega Psi Phi. At that time, I think I'd already done research about Greek life and stuff like that, so I knew what I was experiencing. I did vlog, so check it out. I did vlog the whole homecoming week. Very, very interesting, especially for the cues being my first probate to attend. One of the cues started like coming towards my camera, and the camera just goes black because I was gone. Typically, first week of December is when finals happen. But during finals week, of course, I'm studying. I was filming during that time. Check it out after this video. Just start binging them one after another. Something that UL has on Wednesday is late night breakfast. Y'all, it's like a party in the caf. If you know me, you know I be in the caf 24/8 trying to get my money's worth. A lot of the time my students just dancing, whatnot, and then of course strolling music comes on, so the Greeks start strolling, and that's pretty much it. But y'all know, with all this fun comes a consequence, and the consequence was my grades. I feel like no one told me this, or I just was not listening. I thought the grading worked similar to how it worked in high school. Basically, like, you have a GPA this semester, that's that. I thought that you started from scratch every time. After I got my GPA for that semester, my sister was like, no, Adrienne, you build off of that. You're supposed to get a high GPA your freshman year so you can just keep building off on it because you're taking harder classes, you know, the further you get in college. I got a 3.0 my first semester. Took 15 hours. Felt so defeated because I knew I could have done better, but have no fear because Adrienne brought that up next semester. So towards the end of my freshman year is really when things started like leveling up, honestly. In Infinity, our coach had us basically write down stuff we were interested in and what we wanted to contribute or what we like to do. So I was just like, I love choreographing, I love creating, that's something I just love to do. It was only me and another girl on the team who were interested in choreographing. They're gonna have us try out to be dance assistants to the choreographer. Winter break, it's snowing on campus. I did vlog that as well. I ended up going to my sister's school and basically just chilled out there, and that's when I found out that Infinity choreographer was not coming back the next semester, and basically they were like, you and the other girl are gonna be co-choreographers. And I was just like, okay, like, yo, I love choreographing, so I was just like, let's get it. Yeah, so zoom, next semester, taking 18 hours, about to conquer it on period, just choreographing a lot and teaching a lot because we had our showcase later on in the semester. And by that time, sadly, like, I wasn't adventuring around campus as much because Shawty was busy. She was a working woman, so that's what comes with it. But what's on my mind my spring semester was this pageant. My friend had talked me into doing this pageant, and he ended up signing up for me, but I kind of signed up for myself because I told him what to put in the application. I was like, I don't want to do it. Here's my email. I don't want to do it. Here's my phone numbers. You know, I was kind of like, I want to do it because I want to step out my comfort zone, but also I'm nervous. So in January, I couldn't even think about the pageant without getting anxiety, so I would not think about it. So this semester, it was really chill and it was fun, honestly. You know, still had this crush, but also just like busy a lot, just really involved. Y'all, I barely went home. Spring semester is probate season, so the alphas were coming out with a line. Oh, guess who's on the line for alpha? Come on, guess. If you guess the photographer guy, you are correct. I got to the probate early. I wanted a good spot. I had my camera. This time he was not talking to the girl anymore. So when he crossed, I was just like, it's over. If I thought he was popular then, he about to be really popping now. So after the probate, eventually they had Black and White. So if you don't know what Black and White is, they actually haven't had this party since my freshman year. Everybody comes in black and white, hosted by the alphas. A lot of students from different schools come, and it's just a big party, honestly, and you just dress up to the nines and have a good time. I'll insert a link. After that, it was really close to pageant time. For my talent portion, I got my affinity teammates and other friends that I knew danced, and I wanted to basically have my talent be a triple whammy. So I had my friends come and learn the choreography I created, and I also wanted my talent to be mixed in music. I mixed this music that we're dancing to, meshed all the songs together, creative direction. I wanted to hit all the points. So it's like, you have to pick me to win. Like, there's no choice. Like, look at all this talent. The pageant's called the Miss Mojo pageant, and it's hosted by the Black Male Leadership Association. And so they had guys and girls. So at the time pageant came around, I was so calm. Like a peace that transcends understanding, y'all. Like, God is good. And then I won the pageant. I did. I'm still the reigning queen. Actually, they have not had a pageant since, but hopefully they will be having one soon. The dress was from Amazon, y'all, $50. It was so nice. I loved that dress, so pretty. I had Infinity Showcase, and that was really fun. It was really interesting to get out of my comfort zone and choreograph to a style that I really wasn't allowed to before. We put a lot of work into this showcase, y'all. A lot of work. Finals wrapped around again. We had late night breakfast, physical course, same shebang. Ended off the semester with a 3.8. Told y'all I was coming for the next for these grades. After finals, move out day. I did vlog that day. I was with my roommate. We literally stayed up all night to sunrise. We had such a close bond and still love her today. But this time, y'all, I was crushless. I did not have a crush anymore. Well, I was trying not to. I was ready to live my life, travel, because I normally travel during the summer. I got a lot of questions about churches. I would just watch live streams, and that was pretty much what I did. I really did not want to break my routine of going to church on Sundays. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. It was really fun going down memory lane. Stay tuned for what I have coming next. Make sure you subscribe and turn those post notifications on. Comment down below, let me know what year of college you will want to relive. Walk in peace and love. God bless, and I'll see you guys in my next video.
Bye.